Hi everyone, Mr. Witzke here. I'm going to show you in a series of hopefully short videos how to use PictoChart. PictoChart is an online program that will allow you to create different ways to share information. And the two best ways to use PictoChart is, first of all, it'll let you make a poster, which can actually then be printed out, or an infographic, which mixes symbols, text, and pictures to share a certain ideas, or to show people how to do something. So if any of you have seen my infographic about how to put books on hold and check out books during distance learning, I made that using PictoChart, and that's an infographic. So if you go to pictochart.com, right here, you can just click login, and you should be able to log in using your Google account. Mine, it just logs me in automatically because I have an account and I'm signed in. But for you all, you'll probably just have to log in through your Google account. And when you get into PictoChart, you'll see a dashboard which will allow you to see things that you've made. Like down here, I have my checking out C library books during distance learning infographic. Or you can go out here and create something new. There's a lot of things you can do on here. What we're going to focus in on working on in a couple of videos is how to make an infographic. And we'll also maybe talk about a little bit about how to do posters as well. So what I'm going to do is I want to create a new infographic. So I'm going to go over here and just click on it. Now I can start from just on a blank page and put in everything myself, or I can use these templates that are in here. Now I would suggest that you use a blank page, because when you start using these templates, you're going to have to delete what the program has already put in there, and that's going to be probably just as much work as you creating and selecting things yourself. And for those of you that have used Google programs like Google Slides or Google Sites, this shouldn't be too difficult because it's quite similar. So I'm going to start a blank infographic, and it's going to load it up for me. And then I get my workspace right over here where I can add things in. There's a lot of different tools on here, and we don't have time to go through all of them, but I'm going to show you some of the main things. First of all, over here, we can add different things from the graphics column. So there's graphics, shapes and icons, illustrations, lines, photos, photo frame. You might use those, you might not. There's design components where you can put lists in. So if you wanted to do a timeline of a person's accomplishments, what they did, you could add a list. Or like a list of things that people need to do, such as when I made my infographic on book checkout, I made a list of what people need to do in order to check out books. You can do a timeline, so you could do like a timeline of a person's life. You can compare things, and that's in these design components here. You can upload things. You can upload images. I uploaded some images already into my account, these C images. So if you needed to put a picture of someone or an example, you can upload things right from your Chromebook or your device. You can choose a background, and that's what I'm actually going to do now. I'm going to choose my background before I start working. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one here that's blue and white. And when I click on it, it just makes my background blue. So that's perfect. So I've got my background. I can also adjust what it looks like, can make it lighter or darker, and I can change that at any time. Then I can go down here and start adding text boxes. So the first thing I want to do is probably put in a title, whatever I'm going to be working on. So I just click on it, and I just double click in here to edit this. I can delete this. I can just title it I'm going to do this for Black History Month. So I'm going to do a Black History Month project, like that. And there it is. And now I can put this anywhere on my infographic that I want to. I'm going to put it up on top, and it kind of tries to center it for you. So it'll let you know when you have it pretty much in the center. That looks good. I'm going to leave it right there. What I can also do is I can go up here and I can adjust the text font. I can change the size, what type it is, if it's bold, if it's centered. I can create a link in here with a text box. There's a lot of different things I can do in here. So this is gonna be my project for Black History Month, and I'm gonna put in a subtitle right here. And I'm gonna click in here, get rid of this, and I'm gonna just pretend I'm doing a person, and I'm gonna make an early life. And I might put that there. And then I might want to have just a text frame up here for my person, and I'm going to pretend I'll just pretend I'm doing Rosa Parks. There, so now I can put in a text frame, and there's a lot of different things. I can use circles, I can do almost anything. They have a lot of different stuff in here. So I'm just going to click one thing here. Well, that's a sticky, I don't want that. So here I'm going to use this body text right here. And in here, but you know, I look at that and that's a little small. I don't want to put that in there. So I'm going to go up here to undo, and I'm going to undo. Whoops. I guess it's going to make me delete it. You can use undo for most things, but sometimes you have to delete stuff. There. So I deleted that. I'm going to use maybe this text box. Try this one. I'm going to move it. Whoops. There we go, move that up there. And these are, you just kind of click on them until you see the 4 arrows, and then you can move them around. And it'll tell you if you spell something wrong. And I could keep writing up here about Rosa Parks, but I'm going to do that later. Now I'm going to extend this out. I'm going to make this a little longer. And then I can add some more text in there about Rosa. And I'll kind of move this down here for her early life. So that's how you can put text in. You can put text in. You can also change the color of the backgrounds of the text boxes and of the actual type itself. So you can change it to different colors. See, change that color. That doesn't work so well though because it's not dark enough. So I'll change it back to black. You can go up here and play around with the colors and how dark or light they are, the opacity. You can work on a color scheme, but for the free version you can't always get those things. There's also tools where you can put in charts, maps, or videos. And I'm going to go back up here to graphics. There's illustrations of people, so you can take a look at those. And there's all different kinds. There's shapes and icons. So you can use stars and things. You can also use these as backgrounds for text boxes if you like. So if you wanted to have a giant text box that was a big star, you could put a text box right in here and you could type in there. So that's one way to do it. They do have illustrations of people doing different jobs. There's lines that you can put in here, so you can add lines in between things. You just click on it, add it in, and then you've got a cool little break on here. Whoops. Between sections, right there. You can always just move things around. There's photos. You can upload photos of your own into here, or you can use some of the ones that they have, and you can put frames around things as well that look kind of neat. So there's these kinds of frames. Make it look professional. And always be thinking when you're adding stuff like this, like photos or frames, make sure it fits in with what you're working on. It should work. It should add to whatever project you're doing. Now, I've done a few things, and I'm going to stop for now. because I've already shown you the basic tools here that you can use for this. So what I want to do, and I want to do this regularly when I'm working, is I want to go up here and click Save. I want to save my project. So there, now it's saved, it's in my account, and I won't lose anything. And if I want to come back and make changes later, I can, so that I can just keep working on it. So that is a quick introduction to how you can start a PictoChart infographic. I'll have another video too about how to share, and I'll probably have one for you about making a poster in here as well, but it works very similarly to this. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day. Hi everyone, Mr. Witzke here, and I am back for the second video about how to use PictoChart. And in this video, I want to show you all how to put images into your PictoChart that you found either on your Google Drive or on your device or maybe on the internet, and also how to share it, because the point of a PictoChart, whether or not you're doing an infographic or a poster, is ultimately you want to share it with people. So first of all, I've opened up my Rosa Parks project that I've been working on, and I've decided that one of the things that I want to put in here is a picture of Rosa Parks. So now I'm going to go over to, I'm just going to pretend I'm going to do a Google search here, and I'm going to type in Rosa Parks. Now remember, there's going to be images on Google that people don't want you to use or share, so just keep that in mind when you're looking for images, that it's a good idea to find images from a place that uses copyright-free images or that have allowed other people to use them. So I see a lot here. I see one of Rosa Parks right here that's from Wikipedia. Those are generally images that they don't mind if you use, and I can always put where I found it on my PictoChart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the image and get the full size one, and I'm going to right click on it if I'm using a mouse, or if I'm using a Chromebook with a mouse pad, I'm going to do 2 fingers and I'm going to do a little double tap on there, and it should then open up a menu for you. And what I want to do is I want to save the image as right here. I'm going to click Save Image As. So I'm going to click that with my left mouse button, and it's going to save this. And what I want to do is, depending on your device, I have folders on my laptop, like for pictures. So I'm going to save it in my Pictures folder here with some other things. And I'm just going to click Save. For some of you that are using a Chromebook, you'll probably have a Downloads area or a place where pictures will go on your Chromebook. So you can just save it right on there. Just be aware and watch where you're saving it. Yours, if you're using a Chromebook, is going to look different than mine right here because I'm on a laptop. So just be aware of where your images are being saved. I'm going to click Save. Might take a minute. And then I'm going to go back to PictoChart. So now I'm in PictoChart. I'm back over here. And what I want to do is I want to upload an image into here so I can use it. So I'm going to click Browse Images. And right now it says I'm in videos, so I want to go to pictures here. And I have a lot of different images. And right here we've got the image of Rosa Parks. So I'm going to click on that. And it's uploading right now, so it might take a minute. And here's Rosa Parks, and she is right here in my image gallery in PictoChart. And actually those will stay in there. My images that are in there already are from another project. So then what I do is select it, and it puts it in there. Now that's a big photo. I don't need it quite that big. So I'm going to kind of, and what you have to do when you're in PictoChart is really be careful that you're not making it, that you're keeping it the right size. So you want to go in from the corner and just kind of make it small and try and keep it as close to the real size or the real dimensions as you can. So there's that. I'm going to make this even smaller, like that. And I'll probably, oh, Got a little there. So then I can put her picture right there. Or I could put it up at the top, wherever. You can put it wherever you want. You can move it around anywhere. You just click and drag. Click and drag. So there's a picture of her in there. All right, so that's how you insert a picture. There's lots of different things you can add. And the goal with the picto chart, regardless of what you're doing, is you want to make sure that you fill your spaces and make them look nice, either with pictures, images, text boxes. You want to kind of keep it confined and make it as big as you need to make it. You can always make it smaller or bigger. You can extend it out if you need to, but you don't want to have too much extra space in here with these. Once you're done, and I'm going to pretend that mine is finished now, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click Share. I'm going to click Share, and then all I have to do is there's a link right here, this one right here. I just click Copy,